I don't want my premiums to go up. I'm not filing a claim. If you sell storm damage roofs, you probably hear this almost daily. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to overcome that objection for good, so you can get the homeowners that you serve the roof that they need, the roof that they deserve, and the roof that they've been paying for by way of the service they've been buying, which is insurance. So let's get to it. Before we do, a quick welcome or welcome back. Adam Bensman here, founder of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance. And everything I do here is designed to help roofing teams just like yours outsell, outgrow, and outcompete the rest so we can stomp the scum out. Now let's get started. Roofing sales is personal development in disguise, and the reward for growth is life-changing. I hope my content helps you create a richer life and bank account. Hey, before we talk about overcoming this objection directly with homeowners, I think it's important that we understand how this whole thing works and if there's any validity to what homeowners say, and get to the bottom of the question, will my premiums go up if I file a claim? Because chances are you're in one of three camps. Camp number one is absolutely they will. Camp number two is I have no idea. And camp number three is they certainly cannot. And what's kind of silly is that like all of these answers, there's truth, there could be validity in every single one of these paths. So how can that be? Well, first, let's get in the mind of our homeowner. Our homeowner often has more experience with auto insurance than they do with their home insurance. And in auto insurance, if they had a claim, even an accident or a fender bender or a speeding ticket, they're going to see a reflection in their premiums. So many people think insurance is insurance. If car insurance is like this, then homeowners insurance must work the same way. But they don't. There's actually more of a correlation, in my opinion, from homeowners insurance and health insurance. So I'll get to the bottom of that in a minute. Now, with this understanding, in almost every single state in the US, an act of God claim, in an act of God is hail, wind, or hurricane, a category enveloping all of the things that a human being could not prevent from happening, which is very different than like if I was cooking and I passed out and fell asleep and then I burned down my kitchen. There's plenty of things I could have done to prevent that from happening. That's not an act of God. But you nor me nor anyone else could prevent a hurricane, a hailstorm, or a windstorm from occurring. So this category of claims called an act of God in almost every state in the US says, if there's an act of God, we cannot raise your rates directly as a result of you filing a claim for an act of God. So that's an important point to communicate to homeowners. But the second thing is almost as important, if not more, and that is this. Yes, their rates will go up. They likely will. Why? Well, the way that this works is the loss ratio in that area dictates premiums. So if all of these homes have been damaged by hail, wind, or hurricane, and there's claims being filed, whether it's with your carrier or another's carrier, they look at that and say, okay, well, there's a lot of losses here, and we need to recoup those losses, and we're going to increase premiums. So whether the homeowner decides to participate in filing a claim and getting the roof done, because remember, insurance is a service that they've been paying their hard-earned money for. If they decide to not participate in that service arrangement, guess what? Their premiums are going to go up no matter what, which is very similar to health insurance. Now, I don't know about you, but most roofing salespeople, or many roofing salespeople, especially owners who are self-employed, or if you're 1099, we are subject to buying our own health insurance. And the plans, quite frankly, are terrible for people like us. And what that means is that for many folks, if you're like me, like I buy one of the cheapest plans because I don't want to use my insurance. And then I have this really high deductible and I haven't used my insurance for years. But every single year I get a notice, your premiums are going up, your premiums are going up, your premiums are going up. They go up whether I use it or not. And the home insurance is more similar to the health insurance that's going to jack up no matter you use it or not. So the homeowner, when they say, hey, I don't want my rates to go up, I'm not filing a claim, you can now educate the homeowner, say, hey, Mr. Homeowner, first of all, I completely understand. And many people associate homeowners insurance with auto insurance. Like if there's a claim or a speeding ticket, rates go up and there's no coming back. But home insurance is different. So let me rip off the Band-Aid and share the bad news with you first. And that is, yeah, I agree. Your rates are probably going to go up. And they're going to go up because of the losses all around this area. The insurance company says, hey, there's been a bunch of losses. The premiums are going to go up whether or not you file a claim. Very similar to how your health insurance goes up each and every year, whether you use it or not. That's just kind of how it works. So what's going to happen is you're likely right. Your premiums will likely go up as a result of this. But here's the good news. The good news is that in almost every single state, The insurance regulations say that there cannot be a rise in premium as a direct result of you filing a claim for an act of God, which is hail, wind, or hurricane, something you could not have prevented from happening. So you have a choice to make, Mr. Homeowner. You've been paying your premiums, which remember, insurance is a service you've been paying for to get your roof replaced, which is the single most expensive maintenance item on your home. And the reason that the insurance company covers it is because the lifespan has been compromised. So if you don't decide to take action and a loss, leak, or issue occurs later, they say, hey, well, that was done here, and there they gave you a 1-year window to take advantage of it. And then if you don't, you're paying out of pocket with your hard-earned money. And to add insult to injury in today's economy, with price increases coming in the sum of 7 to 12% per quarter, that means that the price of roofing will nearly double every 5 years. Your $20,000 roof today could be $40,000 by the time you need to replace it with your hard-earned money. So that's why the insurance company covers it. So you have two choices to make. One is to do nothing at all, which is entirely up to you. Your premiums will likely go up because they're going to go up in the entire area. Or choice number two is you take advantage of the service you've been paying for. And instead of spending $40,000 on a roof later, you end up getting your roof replaced today for the cost of your deductible. No more, no less, with the exception of elective upgrades, rotted decking, or code items that aren't covered by insurance, assuming you have a replacement cost value policy. And if not, we can take a look at some affordable financing options to support you through this process in the most attainable and affordable no-brainer way possible. So which option would be best for you? See what we did there? I hope this helps you overcome that objection the very next time you face it. Now here, my friend, is to winning more deals so you can collect more thank you notes. And that's when a homeowner hands you a big check and says, thanks so much for helping me through this process. We couldn't be happier. That's the big goal at the end of the day. Hey, thanks for joining me in this video. Don't leave yet though, because I actually have another video lined up that's going to be great for you to watch. But before we do, I have two offers for you. Offer number one, my free training center. There's no catch. Click inside, click into the objection playlist, go through everything. Next, by the way, that's in the Pitch Like a Pro video training library. The other thing I want to offer you is if you and your team want to join me in the trenches, along with top industry leaders like Deshaun Bryant, John Cenac, Cody Landos, and Jim Aline, the most powerful network in the industry, to arm your team with the ultimate toolbox, then the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance might be for you. Click the link in the description to learn more or apply to join. Now, finally, if you want to hang with me here on YouTube, I've hand-selected this video to help you understand more about the insurance process and why insurance companies cover roof replacements. I covered it just a little bit in this video, but we're going to go into way more depth in that other one. It's going to help you communicate more clearly to your homeowners and win more deals. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.